Hey friends, welcome back. I have a bit of a self-made problem that I want to share with all of those of you today. And of course, I'm always open to suggestions and comments and input. And many of you, those of you who have helped to create this channel, which is basically your channel, have called me out on things or had great ideas or have come up with suggestions and things that I wouldn't have thought of. Reach out to me at davegoodsax@gmail.com or, hang something in the comments below and I will get back to you, I promise. But before I get into that, I want to talk to you about Zoom lessons. I'm going to start giving lessons via Zoom in the fall and the winter. Good news for those of you who here in Southern California have to drop $6 a gallon on gas to get here, or those of you in the far corners and reaches of the planet Earth that are going to be snowed in for the next 6 months or so. I'm going to offer you a discount code as well to my YouTube family here. DGM10 is your Zoom lesson discount code. So put that in the message when you reach out for more information. To davegoodsax@gmail.com. davegoodsax, all one word, at gmail.com. And that'll be in the comments below too. Today's Zoom lesson discount code DGM10. Now, time for true confessions. Last week, I think I told you all, in fact, last week I did tell you all, that I had got the band back together and started up the Jazz Jam. Used to run a Jazz Jam pre-COVID. So, man, this is like a couple of years ago. And it went on for a long time, and it was popular, and students came and sat in with us and performed and all that. And we had a core band that was just so much fun to work with every Sunday afternoon. Well, it came to me to start this back up again. So I did. Found a coffee shop, put together a band, and just like that, we had a set list, and just counting down the days till this thing kicks in, which will be in about a week from today, the 11th of, well, not a week from today, but a week from this coming Wednesday, the 11th of October. I'm working without a script. You can probably tell, can't you? Anyway, that's what's coming up, and with that kind of time to wait, your mind starts to work against you, okay? Have you had this experience before? Got a gig coming up? But then you start to think, oh, I'm not enough. I'm not up for this. I'm not ready for this. Let me lay this out to you, that I've been a tenor sax player for the good last decade. And there's the horn. You can see it behind me, the tenor sax, beautiful horn. And I've been grateful to have it and play it in so many blues and rock bands and pop bands and that sort of thing over the last decade. Well, here's what's coming up is I haven't played in front of an audience, a live audience, not counting the jam sessions. That's different, right? I mean, I haven't played in front of a live audience since pre-COVID, right? Couple of good years here. I haven't, done that. And the second thing is I have not played an alto sax for an audience for about 15 years, all right? And I know that I've shared with many of you that I have arthritis in the right wrist. That is my complete range of motion. That's all I got. That's it. I can't bend this back any further, and that hurts right there. I'm at the pain point just to do that. So I manage that with anti-inflammatories. The doc has talked about surgery. He's talked about injecting things in there, and on and on and on. Let me move this. I think the camera's slowly starting to sink here. Something's wrong with my DIY equipment as well. But anyway, let's get back to the path. So I'm thinking, especially late at night when you're alone, you're like thinking, oh my God, what am I thinking? Getting up in front of an audience with the alto sax. I mean, tenor sax has always been kind of my safe harbor, so the alto sax is feeling pretty new. And, my reeds aren't right. I mean, everything that could possibly be, that G sharp key makes a little too much noise. I'm not going to be able to, and, it just goes on and on and on. And you think, oh man, am I in tune or out of tune? I think I'm out of tune. I'm, and it just compounds and it adds and piles up. And pretty soon, you're thinking all of these thoughts, which now, if I were going to talk to a student, I would say, none of this is real. right? All the stuff that you're thinking, of course, is about something that hasn't happened yet. All of it is fantasy. It's fake. You're making it up, basically. Yes, you can play the alto sax. Yes, your reeds kind of suck. Yes, it can go out of tune. Yes, all those things can happen, but they rarely do. And you've started on alto sax. Think about it, Dave. You played alto sax for my gosh, for years and years and years before you got to college, high school and college. So yeah, you got a lot of time logged into the alto sax. It's like coming back to an old friend, but it's just that you haven't done it yet. You haven't stood up in front of the acid test of doing it in front of human beings has not come to pass yet. So, you got to take your own medicine sometimes. And I think, what have I told my students in the past who have had the same, it's not stage fright, it's just, I guess, some kind of low level anxiety. What have I told them in the past? Well, I've said, good, notice it, let it go, realize that you're making all this stuff up, and get ready. Just do the work, okay? Just show up and just do the work. So let me show you what I've been doing. I mean, every day now, I pull out the progressive studies for alto sax. Classical stuff, yeah. Why classical stuff? Because, man, it will bend your fingers around some forms and shapes and really get you into shape, right? It'll really, really get your playing into shape. And you should be working in, some classical repertoire at some point in your various careers as well. Now, I know a lot of you are beginners, and a lot of you don't care to perform. A lot of you are happy gigging at home, playing in your room, doing what you're doing, and that's cool too. But those of you who are gonna do a little gigging with a band, I know that you feel this stuff and that you've experienced this as well. So I just wanted to be, just straight up with you. Yeah, I got it too. And I've been playing for years. And then this book, I've been working into this book. Jerry Coker's Jazz is a great book. Jazz, it's about jazz language, basically. If you don't own this book, it's not expensive and you need to get it. Amazon will put it on your front porch for a very small amount of money. The reason why I like Jerry Coker's books is that he'll write out a phrase, for example, and then just that one phrase and over that one chord, then the progression, you have to figure out the rest of them, okay? He doesn't write everything out for you, all right? So you got to figure them out, or you got to take that phrase, through all 12, and you're encouraged to make up your own. So again, finger busting, brain busting, and all the above. And it really helps just to do the work. What else is there? Well, I got about 15 heads to, make sure I'm really tight on. And, that's where your real book comes in. Or if you're learning off of YouTube. Now, I'll take YouTube and play along to that as well, just for intonation, make sure I got it, And that's just, for me, that's just doing the work. So that's better than sitting around and obsessing and making up all this, oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, my God, what if? Yeah, the sky could fall too, right? Apparently it hasn't, okay? Those of you who are thinking about private lessons, one-on-one with me, Zoom. I'm going to do Zoom lessons, and I'm offering them to you at a discount. DGM10 is your Zoom discount code. Reach out to me at davegoodsax@gmail.com. Thank you all so much for being a part of this. I'll check in with you again, let's say next week.